So first you start off, obviously the word CPD is continuing professional development, and I'll speak on a little bit more later on what that is. But firstly, for those who are graduates, so I guess if you are a recent graduate or of Engineers Ireland and a member, you can log this, as you know, as one of your CPD hours. So as you see there on your profile, all you have to do is click into My CPD and put in there as 1 hour in terms of watching and participating in this webinar, and you will need at least, as you see, 35 hours every year for CPD, and I'll explain some of the ways that you can also get that outside of just a webinar. Well, if you're a student, CPD is not a requirement, because obviously you do probably about 35 hours a week, in college. Well, when college was on, obviously now enjoying your summer break, but obviously during term time you would otherwise be doing your studies, so that would be considered your team professional development. But otherwise, do keep a note of this in your own or note, because that function isn't available on your student profile. So therefore then, but in the future, if you do want to look back and showcase all these other continuing professional opportunities that you did engage in, studies is really helpful for any future opportunities. For those students, obviously now that if you are graduating, so if you are the graduating class of 2022, you have the opportunity now to transfer and become a full member of Engineers Ireland. So you have free graduate membership. You can do that through your membership dashboard right there by clicking and become a full member. So you can log in and do that at any time now, and I definitely encourage you to do that sooner rather than later if you want to keep access to your account for next few months and years. So the benefit of, I guess, getting a free grad membership is that you continue to receive free membership for next year, and then it's discounted where you make a savings of over €700 as you go through your early stage of your career. But obviously this is only available if you do log in and transfer as a full member. And becoming a full member, obviously your qualifications get verified and be able to add in the post of member of the Institute of Engineers Ireland, which is really beneficial and recognised in terms of going for job opportunities. If there's any questions on any of that, feel free to email me or membership@engineersireland.ie. So I guess I've mentioned the word CPD a few times. So continuing professional development is something that we really try to promote very much in Engineers Ireland. As a professional body, we are there to try and support and guide our members throughout their career, I guess, starting off maybe as yourselves, as students and graduates, and on to your professional career as engineers. So we really try and empower you to do this, and we try and provide and support you through many ways. So obviously the opportunities are there in many ways to gain your continued professional development. So not just I guess watching webinars, like maybe most of us had done a lot during the stage of the pandemic and lockdowns, but there's many other ways, obviously, from writing or an article or reading one, participating on our different regions and sectors, mentoring someone or being the mentee as such, but obviously other further study. So there's many opportunities there to gain your continued professional development, and this is something that should be an important aspect that career, for personal, also professional development as you go on through the very different stages. And then one other thing I'll note is that that there's a requirement to maintain your continual professional development when you go on to seek a professional title. So whether it be for a chartered engineer, associate engineer, or engineering technician, keeping up with your CPD is very important as you put forward your application. So without any further ado, I'm going to pass it on now to my colleague, Marina, who's now going to speak more on our CPD certificate in professional engineering.
First off, my details will be in the last slide, so you're welcome to take note of that. I work for the CPD team, so if you have, apart from this program that I'm going to talk about, if you have any questions about any other type of CPD that we offer at Engineers Ireland, you're more than welcome to get in touch and ask any questions. We have a wide variety of different technical, non-technical trainings and free webinars and different things. And just to note as well that you know, now that you're starting your career, there's a lot of things that count as CPD that are not just paid training. You know, research that you might do by yourself, you know, reading, watching videos, or attending free webinars and all that stuff. All that is CPD. So it's not just paying for a training, you know, maybe if you can do it at the time. So just have a look at that and or get in touch with us and we'll be happy to just provide a bit more information and what are we offering. So yeah, I'm here to talk about the CPD certificate in professional engineering. This is level 9. It's worth 5 ECTS credits, and we do it in partnership with TU Dublin. So at the end of the program, when you get your certificate, is a cert from TU Dublin. So basically, just how this program came to be. Years ago, we conducted a research whereby we asked HR personnel from different engineering organizations about their opinion on graduate engineers. And their overriding opinion was that although they have a deep technical knowledge in their field, most of them lacked soft skills needed to communicate and work within their different teams. So we developed this program based on that feedback, and we have now been running it for 10 years. So the CPD certificate in professional engineering was designed to enable graduates to understand and gain the competencies and professional standards expected of them. And basically, the objective is to help you become T-shaped engineers, and that means that you have a deep technical knowledge and also a broad set of soft skills. So that's the main objective of this program, because all the modules on the program are soft skills. So these are the 6 components of the program, and these are the trainers that we work with and deliver these. You might, you know, if you have already attended any non-technical training with Engineers Ireland, or if you do in the future, you might come across these trainers. They are great, and we work with them in a lot of our non-technical training. So the first module is essential skills of a future professional, and this is really the base for the rest of the program. It sets off the program and just gives a general overview of, you know, going from, you know, the university to the working world, and a variety of things are going to be important from, you know, starting your career. Then you have time management and organizational skills, communication and presentation skills, introduction to project management, innovations in Excel, and then lastly, technical report writing. Yeah, I wanted to mention something else here. Basically, how the program works is we usually have a set schedule, which means that when the program starts, you already have all the dates when these modules will take place. And it's usually 1 module per month. So, you know, it's understandable that when you start working, you'll have busy workloads and a lot going on. So the idea is just to help with that, so it's not overwhelming. So it's 1 class, a full day, just 1 day per month, and then after that module takes place, you have a couple weeks to work on your assignment. And just for you to know, you know, maybe, you know, hearing about assignments and all, it feels like a bit overwhelming, but the assignments are not graded. They are just reflection pieces that you're going to make on the module that just took place, and the idea is for you to reflect on what you learn and putting in writing. And, you know, then the trainers review the assignments, and the assignment is marked as complete. So there's a, you know, minimum standard just for you to, you know, for you to achieve in terms of, you know, what your thoughts on what you write on the assignment, but they are not per se like graded. You're not going to get like a number on the assignment. So hopefully that takes a bit off the pressure, you know, in the assignments. And so, you know, there's the 6 modules, 6 assignments. assignments, and then after that, there's just a final reflection piece, and with that you complete the program and you get your certificate from TU Dublin. So just for you to know how we run it, we run this program both open and in company. Open means that a variety of different companies might have a couple delegates, so they don't have enough people to run an in company. So 2, 3, 4 delegates of different companies come together for one program, and then in company just for that company in particular. And just for you to know, in this year 2021-2022, we run 3 open programs and 6 in company programs with about 120 delegates across. Most of the programs are now ending, so we're delighted with the results this year. And in a little bit, Priya is going to talk to you. She just finished the ESP program. That's our biggest in company program with 30 delegates, and all 30 delegates completed the program. So it's been great, and really we see it as a success that all delegates are able to to get their certificate. We run it online. We will be, because of COVID, we went from fully face-to-face to fully online. We're going to start reintroducing face-to-face according to the ban and what the companies prefer. And our programs usually start in autumn, which means that they run from about October, November to March, April of the next year. That's why, because we're now in first days of June, most of these programs are now being completed. And just for the in companies, there might be the option that certain companies decide to start at different times of the year, but the months I mentioned before are the usuals. So bookings for the next iteration of programs are going to start next autumn, are going to be starting to be open now during the summer. So basically 100% of our bookings last year were paid by employers. That's the most common, that employers are happy to pay for their graduates to go on this program. Of course, if somebody wanted to pay for themselves, they are more than welcome to book, but it's very likely that if you reach out to your to a current employer or your future employer and mention this program, if you want to do it, that they will be happy to pay for it. A lot of employers pay not only for this type of program but other types of training, so you should definitely ask your manager, your supervisor, and talk to them about it. Or you can also pass on my details, which are there on the screen. Maybe if your manager or supervisor have any questions, they are more than welcome to get in touch with me, and I'll be happy to provide any information that they need. So yeah, this is the general. Here is also, I wanted to share with you, these are the companies working with us in these programs 2021 2022. Previous years we've had a variety of other companies, but these are the current ones. So you see there's a wide variety of different companies that choose to put their graduates on it. And we're still, as time goes on, trying to reach out to new companies that might not be aware that we run this program. So that is why we're delighted to be able to talk to you and reach out to new companies and also new graduates, and be able to tell them about this program. And if you were to do this would pretty much be your more than 35 hours of CPD for the year as well. So yeah, I think that's really all from me. It's going to share with you a little bit. She just, as I said, just completed the program. But
I'm Priya. I'll just start with a little bit about me. I completed my master's in electronics engineering from UCD, and I joined ASB last September on the graduate program. I'm currently working within the telecoms department, and my role broadly includes designing, creating scope of work, just to name a few. I recently completed the CPD Certificate in Professional Engineering with Engineers Ireland, and I've had a great experience on the program. The skills and knowledge from this program enabled me to transition smoothly from a college to work environment. The learning modules were very well structured, and they provided me with a lot of space for critical thinking. And like Marina said, they were like equally spaced apart, and there was like one module per month. So it provided a lot of time to actually implement these learnings into my work schedules. The insights from various modules helped me gain a better perspective into the do's and don'ts at a workplace. For example, even taking the time management module, the practices from here helped me improve my productivity while also managing my stress on a daily basis. For me personally, even the presentation and communication module helped me really understand and focus on the most important aspects while delivering a presentation to my team or my managers. The training in Excel and also the various other trainings like report writing, etc., they help me improve professionally by helping me implement these practices into my work habits. Each of these acumens from the program really helped me shape my skills required for my job continuously. I was able to set goals and targets for improving my skills with all the techniques taught. And observing my improvement in these domains over the past couple of months has been a great experience for me, and which in turn has helped me improve my confidence levels as well. Another fantastic opportunity that actually came with the program was a chance to meet my fellow graduates. So when I started my role last September, we were all fully based on like working from home, and it was quite difficult to meet or even get to know my fellow graduates. And this program provided a great opportunity for networking. The program structure and breakout rooms encouraged a lot of interaction and learning, and this helped me understand the processes, job roles in the wider network of my organization, which otherwise would have been harder to comprehend as a new graduate. It also provided me insight into others' work styles and their time management techniques, aligning with the practices that was taught in the modules. I also got to improve my communication and team skills in these exercises. Overall, the program was really enjoyable and it helped me gain a better perspective on the skills required. And being able to implement this every day into my work habits. So, yeah, I would like to actually take this opportunity to thank Engineers Ireland for this opportunity. So, yeah, that's it from me. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Very welcome, Brian, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us this evening.
Thanks, Pierre. So hi guys, my name is Brian, as Pierre said. Did my undergraduate in neuroscience and my master's in pharmacology, and then I went into industry straight away. So I joined the graduate program for J&J in 2021, and the structure of that program is you do 3 rotations. You do one 12-month rotation in your home base, which is quality for me, and then you do a 6-month rotation into a different area such as operations or business excellence then for your next 2 rotations. So the whole length of the program is 2 years. So as part of the program, we completed this course, CPD Level 9 Cert in Professional Engineering. And I think that it's a very good course to round out your skills as a young kind of person just getting into industry. And personally, I found every aspect of the course valuable in developing my skills as a young professional. I think my favorite thing about the course is how interactive the tutors were. During the modules, they gave us quizzes and encouraged us to be interactive with each other. And especially as it was our first time, say, meeting some of the other graduates within the program, it was very helpful as a kind of an icebreaker between us and the other people. So in the course itself, we learned critical thinking skills from the project management module and the time management module. And we learned some more technical skills in the presentation module and in the Excel module. So one of the most important skills that I learned from the course was how to define scope of a project. And that is basically defining the scope of your project at the very start, so you don't waste time delegating unnecessary responsibilities that are out of scope. And that is something that I'd never really considered before, and I found very helpful just for my own project management and making use of my time as efficiently as possible. And as I said as well, the course encouraged working groups kind of to achieve a common goal as well. So I think this is especially important in like the modern work environment, as no one person can do all the work on their own. And it's kind of important to learn how to delegate and how to say no sometimes, and to kind of look after your own time and make as much use of it as you can, because no one person is an island.
Come